Hey guys, so man, I just filmed a 20-minute video and then at the end I rewatched the whole thing. I noticed that my mic was muted and I had come to the bottom over here and I clicked on Diablo, so the song was playing in the background for the whole 20 minutes, so it's completely embarrassing. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about the drip token ecosystem. And so that's mainly going to be the drip network, basically the faucet reservoir. And then I'm going to talk a bit about the drip garden and see what my strategy is right now and what my strategy is going to be going forward. Now, before we get started, I actually wanted to just mention something. I actually posted on Twitter a video a couple days ago, and if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, please follow me. We actually just got to 500 followers, which is pretty amazing. Thank you so much for that. But this video basically was around the drip network FUD that's been going on. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to educate about the ecosystem and the tokenomics of drip. So I'm going to be having a pro drip team and a con drip team. Well, each team is going to be one person, basically. It's going to be a pro person and a con person. And we're going to be talking between each other, just a friendly conversation, questions and answers, and hopefully give a bit of information to those who don't know what the drip tokenomics are and don't understand it that much. So please follow me here. You'll get all the information as soon as it comes out. So if you know somebody who's con, if you know somebody who's pro and you would like to have them be on this episode, you can just DM me on Twitter and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so before we get started actually talking about the drip faucet and the reservoir, I just want to quickly look at the cryptocurrency market, and we see that we're at 2.15 trillion right now. Last time that I talked about this, it was actually my first video ever. Last time I talked about it, what was it? Last time I talked, it was 1.89 trillion. So we can see that there was a good jump. Bitcoin is at 46,000. I think it was at 41,000 at that time, 42,000. Ethereum at 2,900. Now it's at 3,400. The more that's going to go up, the more it's going to influence everything else in the market. And the most important thing for me right now is the BNB price, because that directly influences, well, directly / indirectly influences the price of drip. We noticed yesterday that there was a bit of a pump from the 20s, 28, yeah, it was about 28 here, 28, 29. It went all the way back to 38, and then it came back down to 36, which is pretty good news. There's some talks about the lottery, you know, the scratch that we've been seeing on Twitter. Drip scratch lottery. The scratch tickets, these ones. We'll be seeing a lot of these drip tickets went up to 500,000 worth of drip, which is pretty cool, right? So you scratch off your numbers on the top here, and then you scratch the bottom, and whatever numbers that match with the numbers that you picked on top, you're gonna probably be winning prizes. I know that there's another one that says, there's the other one. There's this other one. It's also dogs. Yeah, here. Dogs went up to 6.9 million. That's crazy. That's crazy money. And I'm pretty sure everybody who's going to be seeing this live is going to want to invest, because a small price of 2-3 dogs, let's say 2-3 tokens of dogs, could win you one of these could get you one of these tickets, and you could win up to 6 million. It could be 1 million, it could be 2 million, it could be 10 million. 1 million, 2 million, 6 million. But there's a lot of gamblers in DeFi, and they're going to be want to take advantage of this. You'll see here that drip is the most valuable, which is why they're giving only 500k. Dogs 6.9 million, and the piggy bank builder based on the pigs token, and that's going to be up to 1 million. This whole thing is going to be in relation with a partnership with Chainlink, so I'm very excited for that. That's going to be coming out. So a lot of this talk been going on. If we look here on the top, this here is a message on Telegram by a bunch of people that are currently in partnerships with Drip. See, there's the Loot NFT partnership that's going to be with Drip. These lottery, the PancakeSwap lending protocol, the Metaverse Atlantis platform here that we're going to be talking about also in the future. That's going to be heavily influenced by Drip and BUSD. And millions of dollars are going to be pouring into the current partnership in the faucet. So that's going to be very, very bullish. I think this is probably what boosted the price of drip over here. just boosted it, and then it came back down, and now we just need a bit more information about each one of these products, and we're going to see the prices going to pump crazy. See, all of these are currently in progress, right? So there's the drip lottery, which we know is going to be right after the piggy bank is going to launch. That's going to be very bullish. The Chainlink partnership, which is basically going to help with the smart contracts to do the randomization. Chainlink is one of the, actually I think the best oracle in DeFi. The Loot Drip Metaverse, that's going to be crazy. Partnership with NFTs. There's the battle game on Sol Network. So far the Sol chain is what we have as information, but probably is going to be coming out soon. There's a bridge, the current NFT partnership that we just talked about, Atlantis Metaverse we just talked about. So there's so many of these utility projects coming out that I think that the price of drip at $30 is a joke, you know what I mean? And I don't really pay too much attention to that. And Forex has said himself multiple times that he doesn't really care about the price of drip. All he really cares about, I think I posted that, all he really cares about is the utility behind it. Where did I post it? I posted that somewhere. See here? Yeah, I don't pay attention to the price of drip. It's irrelevant to me. I honestly have no idea what the price is. These things have cycles. What is important to me is what we keep building and improving. If he's this excited about this, then I'm going to be excited too. Okay, so anyways, right now in my faucet, I have 45 drips. I think last time I spoke about it, what did I have? First time I spoke about it publicly, I had 39 drips, and that was after I had referred somebody, which is pretty cool. I actually referred two since last time. So since then, on March 21st, it's been 2 weeks, around 12-13 days, I've been able to accumulate another 7 drips, and that's only by compounding, right? Only I've been hydrating. Okay, so let me just try to explain this a bit more. Last time, I don't think I explained it in that much detail. So how does the faucet work? No matter what is happening in the market right now, you are getting 1% on the number of tokens that you have, right? So right now, I have in my deposits 45.895 drip. Right now, if I pull the calculator and I do 1% times 45895, that's 45.8 drip per day, right? If I take that amount of drip, no matter what the price is, if it's 1,000, I'll be getting this amount times 1,000. Okay, if it's 1,000 per token, I'll be getting $458 that day. But it's not, right? So it's 0.45895 times 36.27. This is how much I'm going to be making today. Okay, but that's dollar-wise, and I don't really care about dollar-wise. What I care about is the 458. So 0.45, let's say 0.46 is what I'm going to be making that day. Let's say I compound that on top of this, right? So keep in mind the number 0.45895, right? 45895 plus, I'm going to be adding that, no sorry, minus 5%. That's what's going to be added to my deposits, because as soon as you compound, there's a 5% tax that's taken to be added to the liquidity pool. Okay, so the 40 drip that's going to be added to my 5.895, I'll be at 46 drips tomorrow, right? Now this, I'm going to be making 0.46 drip, and it's going to keep adding and adding and adding. Once I get to 100, which is my first goal right now, well, I mean 50 is right around the corner, so I'm not going to count that as a goal, but 100 is what I really want to get to as soon as possible, and I'm hoping it's going to be there within a month because I'm going to be dollar cost averaging. When you're at 100, you're going to be making 1 drip per day, and then from there, everything is just history. You get to 200 and 100 days, or if you don't do any compounding. If you do any compounding, then you're going to get there in maybe like 60 days. If you want to get to 300, it's going to be even faster and faster and faster. That's without DCAing, but if you are going to be DCAing, then that's even better, right? So for me to be able to get 7 drip in 2 weeks, so far it's a blessing. At these prices, I'd be happy to spend a bit more money because it's slowly going to increase in price, and eventually I'll be able to, I think, at 100, and we're going to be tracking this together. At 100, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be compounding 6 days, and I'm going to be claiming 1 day. It's going to be something that is going to help me invest in the reservoir or have some gas fees or invest in different other blue chips, you know what I mean? But as I said before in other videos and this video, we're going to be doing that together. Right now, what I wanted to show you live actually, and I filmed it, but I couldn't really show it to you because my mic was muted, is I wanted to get into the reservoir, and I did. So essentially, I bought $50 worth of reservoir. Shout out to my friend Jim. I'm actually going to pull his Twitter up. You guys can follow him. Very, very good educator. He's been promoting Drip Network like no tomorrow. He's been promoting Elephant just like I am. We're actually just going where we think is a smart move in DeFi, so we'll see how that goes. But actually, Jim put me on the reservoir. So with the reservoir, I'll be able to receive BNB in rewards, and that's going to help me pay some gas fees. And I noticed that I do spend a lot of gas fees because I compound my faucet, I compound my garden, I compound my elephant money, I compound a bunch of stuff, right? So for me to be able to have some passive BNB is going to be something that's helpful, so I'll be working on that a bit more. So far I put $50, so that gave me 0.008 drops. I'll be tracking that and I'll see how much that's going to make me in one day, and I'll see if it makes sense, or should I just keep my BNB staked on Binance for passively like 3% I think per year, which is not the best. Anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated on this part, right? Now, if we move on to the drip garden. Now, the garden, last time I spoke about this, I had roughly 350 plants, and that was 2 weeks ago, and now I have 539 plants. If you look at the LP, my LP here, the drip USD LP has actually increased in price. You see here there's a bit of a bounce, right? This is exactly correlated with the price of drip here, that we saw a little bit of a bounce here, same exact thing. Okay, so it was on a decline, boom. As soon as we got to 19.756, it started going up again. And what I notice is when I do compound on a daily basis, this is what happens. Actually, this is what happens. See these sharp drops? This is me compounding daily, but then I started compounding every single plant as much as I can. You see the price started to get a bit better, and then the price really started to go faster and faster down. It went from 50 to 30 in no time. And then here I was slacking. I wasn't able to compound every single plant, but as soon as I started to compound every single plant, the price started to get better and better and better. So that's currently my tactic. I'm actually planting every single plant. Right now I have another one in 20 minutes. I'll plant it with the other 3 that I have. The reason why I have 3 is because I was at the pharmacy and I couldn't do it at that time, but because I don't have my my ledger is the one that's connecting my wallet on my phone, and I don't have any BUSD or BNB for fees to be able to compound through my smartphone. So I'll be compounding this, and hopefully within no time I'll be at 1,000. If I actually buy right now, what is the price of 74 cents? Honestly, let's look at this. Minus 539. 461 times 0.74 cents. I need $341 to get 1,000 plants, and then it's going to be, well, this is my goal, right? So just to keep in mind, everybody, my goal, number one, because we're doing this together, right? My first goal is to get 100 drips. My other goal is to get 1,000 plants, and then I'm going to be keep compounding. From here, I'll be able to claim some drip BUSD LPs, take the BUSD and put more into drip liberation and add more into the plant, or take the drip, put in the faucet, or take the BUSD, stake it elsewhere. You know, there's a lot of strategies, and as I go through that, I'll be able to guide you through it. But for now, I'm just planting every single plant that I have, and then once the price starts pumping a bit, I'm going to be able to claim and do something with this LP. Okay, so that's really it. I mean, once the animal farm gets back on track and gets on pause, and we're hoping it's going to be this week, as Forex said, once the piggy bank is going to be back on track, I'll be able to make more videos on that. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to be doing a few of these update videos as I go along, And I don't have a big bag, but with my small bag I can give you a bit of information on my strategies to see how I'm moving my money around and what's the most beneficial for me to grow my LPs as much as I can. Okay, so if you guys have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me. DM me on Twitter. As I said before, thank you so much for following me. I have a lot of information here that might be beneficial for you guys, so follow me on Twitter. Follow my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for everybody who's been subscribing. Actually, I never thought I would be able to get to 46 subscribers this fast. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be able to share my information here. If you guys want a buddy address to get into the faucet, but you still want to get a bit more familiar with the concept, the tokenomics and whatnot, please DM me. I'll be able to guide you through the whole thing. DM me on Twitter, and then if everything's okay, we can get you started on the faucet. If you want information on the reservoir, I can help you, or my friend Jim can help you, and we'll go from there. Okay, so thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.